Pilkington have been meeting regularly for a series of pointless conversations.
By the way, apparently he's 6'7".
6'7". Oh.
I questioned the chair thing. Like, I didn't know he was that tall.
He a fucking
I couldn't tell if they were short and they made it, but no, he's like 6'7". That's actually insane.
This is one of them.
Testing.
Should be in the NBA, I'm not going to lie.
Hello and welcome to the Ricky Gervais Show with me, Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant.
Hello.
And the little round-headed buffoon that is Carl Pilkington.
All right.
All right.
We got the intro down.
We do, of course, Rick, every week get thousands of emails.
Oh, you missed the last episode. The diary episode. Apparently, it's the thing from here on out. Reading the diary. And Carl does start reading it as well.
Oh, he does?
Which is what I reckon. It's going to be good.
Lee from New York has asked Carl this. Carl, if you were on a sinking ship or you were in a burning building and you were with myself and Ricky, but you could only save one of us, I don't know why that's the case, but you can only save one of us, who would you save? Would it be Ricky or would it be me?
I think it's a two-man dinghy.
Right, okay.
Possibly. And we're trapped, and he knows that if he stays there to get both our legs out from under this thing...
the girder.
Yeah, he dies. So he's got room, he's got time to save one. It's obviously me.
I think it's hard to say, isn't it, at this point?
What, because Steve's in the room, you mean?
Well, no, just because we don't know what the situation is.
Okay, well, let's say we're on a sinking ship, all right? So you're going to have to rescue one of us, drag us into the dinghy.
It's going under. You know, in 30 seconds, okay, this ship's going to go under and drag you down and you're going to die, right? And our legs are trapped and you've got enough time to untangle one set of legs. Whose legs do you untangle?
Now, just because my legs are long does not necessarily mean it's more complicated.
No, it's exactly the same amount of time. Just have to make a choice. A terrible choice that Steve would not, hate you for.
Well, no, listen.
He won't be around for long. He's going to drown in 30 seconds. Forget him.
Bear in mind this, Carl. You are going to be stuck in a dinghy with Ricky Gervais, and who knows how long that's going to take. Think of all the head squeezing that's going to be going on, the comments, the wind. And do you honestly think that he's going to, if there's any provisions, that he's going to split them evenly with you? I mean, he's going to have drunk all the water, and there's only going to be about half an hour in. The food's going to be gone. Look at his gut. Look how much, of the food he's going to have to eat, the baked beans that you've got on board. Whereas me, you know how generous I am. I'm always sort of helping you out.
Oh, there we go, Carl. I think he's put the nail in his own coffin there. You know how generous I am, Carl. Let's talk about that, Carl. Come on, think about that one.
Yeah, I mean, have you forgot about that, Steve? What? The time when we went for a coffee and we had to have a bit of a heated debate about the 50p change.
Yeah, you owed me 50p, and you decided you didn't want to give it to me because it was only 50p. And my point was, it's not a question of 50p, it's the fact that it's not your decision to decide not to give it to me. If I wanted to be generous, that's my decision. But you can't go, oh, it's only 50p, Steve.
It's my decision who
But you just given him a free keg of beer.
Yeah.
But that did not come to you, and you didn't pay for the free keg of beer. It was a promotional thing that was sent to you.
It's the same thing as the way I gave Suzanne my leaving present from my last job.
A lot of people may not be aware of this if they haven't heard us talking about it before. Yes, but you had a gift from your work as you were leaving after however many years of service, which you then gave straight to your girlfriend without telling her that it had been received from people at work.
Doesn't matter, she wanted a camera. It's the same thing as you. You wanted that lager that I got for free. It hasn't cost you anything, it doesn't matter where I got it from.
So you now decide, because you've given me a free lager, that you can now say, oh, actually, I'm not, in the future, I'll just take your money, Steve, on a whim.
Well, listen, stop arguing like this. You're rocking the dinghy. Carl, have some of my cheese.
Imagine he would ever say that. Can you imagine him ever offering you any of his cheese?
Are you going to save Carl, mate?
I don't want to say.
Well, think about it, and
I might do a sort of a for and against or something, and then so the conclusion is
okay, all right.
You would play a game?
I'd save Ricky, bro.
Well, I've been waiting for this 100%. For a week. It's a regular feature now. When we read from Carl's diary, Carl decided to keep a diary. He's gone through with it. I can see it there. It's massive. Damn. It's a huge desk diary that he has to carry around with him, and the pages are getting
than Anne Frank's. Because Anne Frank couldn't do anything with it besides look at the room or whatever.
I saw a comment that said, to be fair, Anne Frank didn't really have much to do besides just sit there.
I saw, bro, you guys are sick for that.
That's funny.
I read her diary. If she didn't have much to do, why was it so long? That's true. I read it too.
I had to do an essay on it.
They made us read.
Oh yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah, I read it.
I don't think I read it.
I think they gave us a choice. Oh, that's hilarious.
I think that's what I did for every book I had to read.
Shout out Cliff Notes.
Yo,
Shout out
Cliff
Spark Notes.
Facts.
Bro, you guys want comedy? Just go to the comment section, bro. Sometimes it's funnier than the actual video, bro. These people are fucking hilarious.
Well, you're really keeping to this. Right, this is extracts from Carl's diary.
Did podcast and went for an Italian with Ricky and Steve. Italian place is good. We've been there a few times. I always have the same thing, spaghetti. Can't remember what everyone else had. Last time we went there, Steve had little octopuses with pasta. You could see that they were octopuses. They hadn't been cut up or anything. My rule is that I only eat stuff that looks nice when it's alive. A cow, a chicken, some fish. An octopus is an odd-looking thing alive, even worse when it's dead and limp. It looks like it just shouldn't have been sat in the spaghetti.
That was like shit.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Ricky drew another picture of my head. We've given a few of them away as prizes, but he draws so many of them that they won't be worth as much anymore. Everyone will eventually have one. Like those pictures of a boy crying that caused houses to burn down in the 1980s.
What does that mean?
What are you talking about?
It's just some kid. My auntie Nora had one, and it was just like a kid with like a blue jumper on, and it's like a painting, not a photo.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
And he's just crying.
Like a chocolate box. It's really awful, sort of sugary.
And what happened is they found out that a load of houses were being set on fire or burst into flames, whatever. And the weird thing was,
oh, it's bollocks.
every house that burnt down had that photo.
Yeah, because every house had that picture in the fucking 70s and 80s. Idiot. It's like, we're linking it to sinks. Every house that's ever burnt down had a sink. You're talking shit again. Carry on.
Wednesday. Saw a homeless bloke. I'm surprised that no companies have thought about sponsoring the homeless. Something like a clothing company. Give them some clothes that have an advert on the back.
Smart.
Everyone's a winner.
Good idea.
Very smart.
What is it?
Got on the tube to Camden. Read in a free newspaper that hedgehogs could be gone by 2025. I think I've seen more dead hedgehogs than alive ones anyway, so I don't think I'll miss them.
Can they get rid
Went
of
round to
rats
Ricky's
too?
house and had a game of pool. It should have been nice and relaxing, but Jane gave me some cake, and Ricky said I can't play pool if my hands are all sticky from cake.
It was the sugar. And it wasn't that either. After he'd finished it, they weren't just sticky. He was licking his fingers, sucking his fingers off, and then was going to pick up ball cues and touch things. And I was thinking, go and wash your hands after licking your hands. You're not a cat.
This turned into an argument when I said I didn't want to wash my hands.
Why didn't he?
He goes for a piss all the time without washing his hands and then squeezes my head. I know I prefer to have lemon cake crumbs on my head than knob juice.
Hey, yo!
Knob juice.
Was going to do a crossword, but I'm tired and have learnt enough today.
What have you learned?
Bro, some of the things he writes in there are like useless thoughts. They're carryover thoughts.
The more and more I listen to this, Carl is jerking.
Nah. Don't disrespect Carl like that.
No,
you're not
man.
doing that to Carl.
Carl,
You're not doing that to Carl.
Not. He actually, there's actually some like philosophical.
There's a kind human being in there. You cannot say that about
Is there really?
Briefcase Wayne.
You can, yes, you can. Jergen's a nice guy. Jergen's, no, man, that's crazy.
They're the same person.
Bro. No. In terms of like, maybe they're oblivious to certain things. Like Jergen's the same way. He says things without like really thinking of the consequences. If you understand,
full ignorance.
yeah, in a way.
Still should keep a diary.
Who?
Still.
You sure?
Yeah.
You kept the diary? You should find it.
I said he should keep
He
a
said
diary.
he should.
You think I'd do something like that?
Well, you are.
I
the
woke
type.
up today. I hate my life. The end.
I logged on. I had a meeting.
Bro, our diaries
can't
would be the
smell.
most boring. I can't smell. I should literally be the most boring thing ever. That's why you need somebody like Carl. You gonna apologize?
Yes. Apologize right
That had
now.
to be the worst comparison I've ever heard in my life.
They're the same person.
No, they are not.
I'm gonna fuck it. So then, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna fuck.
Well, the stuff about hedgehogs and that.
What did you say?
And that.
Enough today.
What have you learned?
Well, the stuff about hedgehogs and that.
Was on my way to my mates and I got on a train. Got close to a station but realised I needed a wee. Was about to go in a cubicle when a blind man with a dog who was bumbling his way through the walkway came around. I said, "Are you after the toilet?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "It's on your right." I shouldn't have let him go first, as he took ages and it would be my stop soon. The dog waited outside the cubicle. I was going to stroke it, but then I remembered someone telling me that you shouldn't.
Why not? Because something to do with the owner should be the only one who sort of deals with that dog. And you shouldn't.
Well, you shouldn't stroke it because you'll cover it in fucking lemon cake.
No, but just because, you know, if you stroke it and that, it might like me and want to go off with me, and he'll come out and be lost and stuff.
Yeah.
A few people have sent this in, including Paul, the party animal Parker. For some reason, we've just assumed he's in school. I don't think there's any actual proof of that. But
I reckon he left in June, and he's doing sort of bits and pieces, but he's still not a party animal.
Do you think he can hold down a job? Is he just partying so hard that...
He can hold down a job. He often arrives late.
Sure.
And the boss, who's in an overall, go, Parker, you're late again. He goes, yeah, talks in the hand. Yeah.
I think that he's the sort of guy that he'll just happily say, listen, I survive on 4 hours sleep.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go to work, I've not slept at all.
But I think he comes in with his headphones blaring, right, on a skateboard, and the bloke goes up to him, the old bloke, right, the old fuddy-duddy bloke, goes, you stupid idiot, you can't... He goes, chill out, man, and in 2 minutes, he's got him dancing.
Oh, I know what he's like. Yeah, he is just like, he just can't resist it, because he's just a fun guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, Paul and a few other people have sent in this piece of information they've discovered from one of the more respected news networks. The headline is this: female kidney turns lumberjack onto housework. Now, a Croatian lumberjack apparently has claimed that he started enjoying housework and knitting after he was given a female kidney.
Wait, there was something like this. But I think it was with the heart. Was it the fucking heart? I think it was the heart, where some lady needed like a heart transplant, and she received it from some guy, and then she had this like inexplicable urge to do like construction work. I swear to God, like she became immediately obsessed with construction work, and her theory was and then she was curious about it, so she wanted to look into whose heart she received, and it turned out he was like a handyman, like electrician or something. He did a lot of construction work. That's actually kind of sick.
That's fire.
If that, because think about it. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I believe it, but like that would be crazy if there's some kind of link between.
It sounds crazy.
Because it's not like a brain. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know. Like it's not.
I mean,
like
I guess it could be like
brain.
a passion.
But like, where does a passion sit? You understand what I'm saying? Like,
I don't.
it's not like you transferred over a soul. Like you transferred over a heart organ. You understand what I'm saying? It's weird. I don't know if I believe it, but it would be pretty cool if that were the case. Yeah. You know, if I could like take Michael Jordan's heart and all of a sudden just start fucking, you know what I mean, like balling out, or take Messi's heart and, you know, be the greatest of all time.
You'll take the passion, not the skill.
Yeah.
Fuck. So what do I got to take his whole body, like every single body part, just attach it to my Messi?
Everything.
Anyway, that'd be pretty sick. That's just something I remembered. Sorry.
Started enjoying housework and knitting after he was given a female kidney. He claims he's going to sue his local health authority because he says he's become a laughingstock. He used to enjoy heavy drinking sessions and things. The kidney transplant saved his life, but they never warned me about the side effects. I've developed a strange passion for female jobs, like ironing, sewing, washing dishes, sorting clothes in wardrobes, and even knitting.
Well, you can't say this stuff today. No. If you insinuate that those are female things, like in America, they get triggered and be like, well, why can't a man do that? You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Apparently, you can't even use the word mother anymore.
Yeah, and you know, men get pregnant. You know,
it's not that we. Wait, what'd you say?
That's what they're saying.
That
men have men can like menstruate.
Oh, I've heard that. Yeah. Well, I was talking about before that. What you said?
Oh, you can't use the word mother.
Oh.
Yeah,
that's what I said.
Or like classifying these as
you can't you can't insinuate precisely. You can't insinuate that something is a male or female job.
I mean, I don't want to do it because I don't want to fucking do it. I think that's boring.
I agree. I wouldn't want to do it either. But hey, you know, would a woman want to do like, for the most part, would women want to do what those two dudes in the back are doing, like chop? No. Even I don't want to do that shit. I'm a guy. I'll be honest.
That was kind of fun.
Yeah, I don't know. We were for your birthday. We were throwing axes. You were like, well, what the hell is this?
I said I wanted to get the big one so I could chop a tree down. I want to stop throwing it. I want to actually chop something down with it.
Yeah, you're gonna need a sucker. Okay. Imagine
I'd rather chop the tree down than do that. How about that?
Oh hell yeah!
Exactly.
What? That? Oh, 100%.
Hell yeah!
What the fuck? 100%.
Ironing,
Sexist.
sewing, washing dishes, sorting clothes in wardrobes, and even knitting.
Well, if he likes it, what's the problem?
I agree
It's
with
nonsense. It's nonsense. Hold on, though. What makes me laugh is he's become a laughing stock. So what do you do when you become a laughing stock? Tell the newspapers.
Well, yeah.
Tell the newspapers about it, because then that keep it completely under wraps. Then.
But it's the sort of medical nonsense that Carl would normally come out with.
Absolutely. You take on the personality of the person who gave you their blood.
Exactly. It's like those old horror stories, you get given a murderer's hand.
Yeah.
You go around killing.
But there can be certain medical things that would change the way you think and would change you as a person. Say, like how they can do face transplants now.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I don't quite understand how this face transplants work, because do you get a choice of who you have? If you have something done to your face and you go, it's burnt or whatever, or something happens to you and you need a face transplant.
Well, if you totally changed your appearance, then you would eventually change because of how people reacted to you.
Yeah, but
if you gave yourself the head of an elephant, soon you wouldn't be yourself.
But
Because
I wouldn't have that. That's what I'm saying. If they had a catalogue and they said, here's some faces you can have, pick which one you want.
Yeah.
Would you be looked upon badly if you go, do you know what? I don't really like...
Are you bullying your brother again?
Yeah.
Guys, get at. He's not nice.
He
Like, do you see
literally
this?
just told him you should look into this.
Do you see this?
Under his breath, as if like we're not on camera.
Guys, he's not nice, bro.
You want to apologize to him? Your brother?
Yeah, I want an
This
apology.
is your blood.
I'm sorry you're so ugly.
Ah, yes.
Can you apologize to me?
Sorry, you're a piece of shit.
I have to look at you.
You're ugly.
Are we done? We have like one of these sessions every video. Jesus Christ.
The look of any of them, can I just wait for a better face?
You look
Or
the
at this
catalog.
moment in time, have you just got to take what's on offer?
Carl, there's no one looking through catalogues at faces they might be able to have.
No, they do now because of the face transplant thing.
But who are these people putting their face up for? They wait till someone.
Yeah, I know, but at some point... Well, I tell you what, I would not have a face transplant if I haven't seen the face before I'm going to have it.
You had to.
I want to see what I'm having. Because I could end up with anything. You mentioned elephant's head. What, do you know what I mean? Whose head are they going to use? Is it the latest thing that's died? Oh, well, this got run over before. Yeah, I'll stick this on your head.
But where has this come from? Where are these where are these faces queuing up to be popped on a skull? Where do you think they have got time to put all these?
Maybe this is why it won't catch on. I don't know.
This is extraordinary. You've created in your own head the existence of this pamphlet, and now you're defending it, even though we don't know it even exists.
And you're this skull on a hospital bed going, I'm not having that. I don't like the look of him. He looks a bit shifty.
Technically,
I
it
don't like
does
that.
exist.
Can I ask this
Plastic
now?
surgery.
Let's say we were.
Bro,
Yeah.
yeah, but like
You
when
could pick
Bro,
how
they
you
don't
want.
cut
Yeah, but
somebody's face off and put it on
when
your
you
face.
go
No, but you could like alter it.
Your own
you could
face.
like put like Botox and shit, but
You can lift your face.
You don't go
Do
there and be like,
faceless
oh,
and stuff like that.
I want this one.
That's how the Mexican cartel guy died. Like one of the, I forgot what his name was. He tried to
Dave?
disguise his face.
No, you could like, you could
And then
alter
he-
your face.
You know.
But he's talking about getting a new face.
Oh, he's talking about like,
Those are
Nufo
super
died.
rare.
You want to look like Nufo? Why would you? But like, let's say you did, right? You get Nufo's face
I wouldn't want to.
on your butt. You get what I'm saying, though.
Nah.
You keep making fun of each other. I love it. Beautiful.
Both we passed away sadly in something terribly tragic.
this the first time you haven't made fun of us?
It's terrible. It's
Never
like
do.
one of the great national disasters. But you, at the same time, you survived the accident, okay? But your face is hideously disfigured. You can take either Ricky's face or mine to have.
I'm surprised you're asking this, though, Steve. I mean, it's just, it doesn't seem like any of them is like a great option.
Oh, thanks.
And this is what I'm saying about the catalogue.
That's messed up.
If those two were on offer, I might go, do you know what? Pop in again tomorrow.
He's gonna have more.
This is from Anne-Marie. She says that she loves the podcast. She listens with her 7-month-old baby. I
think that's a good
cannot
idea.
be a good idea. And she says this to you, Carl. If you had children, what is the most important lesson you'd want to teach them?
I mean, in a way, if you sort of look after a kid too much, it doesn't learn that much. But if you let it learn by its mistakes, it'll probably grow up all right.
But there are some mistakes you can't afford it to make to learn from.
Yeah, driving a car the wrong way down a motorway.
Testing if the fire really is hot.
No, but say like the time.
Does broken glass really taste horrible? These are lessons you don't want it to learn from mistakes.
You can tell them that.
Yeah,
but what I mean is, there's certain things that I just think there was a kid who grew up in our avenue, right, on the estate, who, when it was born, right, we kind of thought it's got no chance, this kid, because its man was a bit of a rumman. You know,
a woman. Where's that?
No, just like, you know, she like going out and having a fag and like having a drink, and she's never at home. It's the one who had the horse in the house.
Sure.
Right? Which I don't want to go over.
Sure. It's old news.
It's out there, isn't it? If you want to find out about the horse in the house. But she had a kid, and everyone was pretty surprised when they saw it because it was a good-looking kid. She was surprised because, like, you know, the man wasn't that good-looking, the dad was a bit rough. But it came out. And she was showing it around the avenue, going, "Look at this I've had." And she was chuffed with it because it's probably like one of the newest things she's ever had. Because everything else was always sort of second hand and what have you. But suddenly she's got this brand new little baby, right? Anyway, as it grew up, right, those looks went. Right. And I'm not talking getting old. I'm talking by the age of about 3. It looked rough already, right? And all that just happened because that's the life it was in, right?
Yeah.
So like it had like a patchy head. Its hair.
It had a patchy head.
A patchy head. It's just sort of.
It wasn't a North American Indian. What do you mean, a patchy head?
Just his hair was patchy.
Wow.
He used to chase sort of cars and stuff.
It's cars. Sorry. What do you mean?
That's what he did for his.
Sorry, did she let it get raised by wolves?
No. But all I'm saying is that at the end of the day, what is it that makes a person? Do you know what I mean? Now, I don't know what state he's in now, but maybe he learned all his mistakes by the age of 4. I'm guessing he's not chasing cars now, but at least he's done it.
I'm guessing he is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? At least you can go, yeah, I've been there, done that, and you don't go back to it, and you can get away with doing dafter things when you're a kid, can't you? I nearly killed a man once. Right?
What? Okay, right.
That time when I was in Wales, and I was having a walk with my dad on the cliffs and that, I just picked up a big rock, right? Chucked it off the edge, and as I chucked it off the edge, I noticed a fella was walking down below.
Jeez.
And I missed his head by like inches. Now, I've never chucked a rock off a bridge or like off a cliff or anything.
And it only took one man to almost lose his life for you to learn that lesson.
Yeah, but that's how you learn your lessons, isn't it?
See, a lot of people would have said that maybe your dad should have said, "Hey, Carl, what are you doing?"
No, but he didn't know I was doing it. I didn't say I'm going to chuck this off there. I just picked it up and chucked it. And like, as I let go of it, I noticed a fella was down there. You live and you learn. That's a little mantra.
Right.
You live and you learn. So the woman who's had the kid, sort of look after it, feed it, make sure it's got shoes and that, but let it roam about.
That's great.
There's the advice for you, Anne-Marie.
I love that.
Good luck. Just let your 7-month-old baby roam about. Carl, a lot of people are absolutely fascinated to find out how you met Suzanne, your girlfriend of how long?
Ages.
Yeah. And they can't comprehend how. Well, I suppose that there's any woman out there.
Well, there's someone for everyone, isn't there? Yeah. That's always my thing.
Best answer.
And it's reassuring, I think. You know, we've chatted about the face transplants and that. You know, there's a face for everyone.
It's philosophy, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's really unbelievable.
No, there is someone for everyone, no matter what condition you're in or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I read on the email, someone emailed in an old Chinese proverb. It's something about everything, no matter what it is, has got one talent. And that's the same way in a relationship, innit? That everyone, you know, there's always someone out there.
Yeah.
I like the Chinese. There's another Chinese proverb that I learned on an email.
Go on.
He who cuts the wood up warms himself twice.
Yeah, that's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
And then someone sent in that one about too many Chinese cooks spoil the broth.
What? Well, why is? Well, that's. I don't know. I don't know who slipped the word Chinese in there, but I heard it's too many cooks.
Well, it was just all.
I think that just isn't that just the equivalent to how we say too many cooks in the kitchen, like too many opinions.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, I don't know.
That's exactly what it is.
Too many cooks
But
spoil the
he
broth.
added the Chinese part in there.
Too many cooks spoil the broth.
Spoil the broth.
Chinese proverbs and that.
One of my favourite on the same subject is a camel is a horse designed by committee.
What do you mean?
Well, it's having a go at the camel, and it shouldn't. But it's just, it's just a metaphor. And if you wanted to design a horse and you had that vision, but you let 12 people in the room have their say, it wouldn't come out as you wanted it to do, and it wouldn't be as good. A vision is more perfect than committee.
Yeah.
Because everyone having their say, it becomes anodyne, it becomes compromised. Whereas the best things you can do is have an idea and have a vision and auteur that.
Rick, can I just say now, I can tell from his look that he's thinking, which committee designed the camel?
Well, I'd say, why would you request the ump bit? Because that's just going to get in the way, isn't it? I've always said that about a lot of animals. It's like we've doubled up on a lot of them. We've chatted about elephants and mammoths, one or the other. And that's the same with a camel. I'd have that up there as what they're doing. They were good years ago in the Jesus times and that. Don't need them now. We've moved on.
Well, not people who use camels to cross deserts.
What other? I'm
communities.
going to throw some animals at you, and you tell how you'd have improved them if you'd have been designing them. Okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The octopus.
So I can now go back. I can look at them and go, "What are they doing?"
And where have they gone wrong? What's up with you? How could you improve it? Like the camel, you go lose the amp.
I'd probably give it a bit more of a body. Cut down on the arms. And give it some bones, because I don't understand all this. It getting in a jar is good. When does it want to get in a jar? It says...
Well, it only wants to get in a jar according to your stories.
No, but there's something that says it can get in a jar because it hasn't got any bones, but I don't know why I'd want to do that in the first place.
Easy.
Yeah.
I can't even begin to answer that. Once again, you've claimed that you've read that they like to get in jars. I mean, how do they know that octopus like to get in jars?
Oh, God, you can improve on an octopus. Millions and millions of years of evolution, making it perfect for its surroundings. Okay, another animal for you then, Carl.
It's from space.
Giraffe?
It's gonna be easy.
What are they adding to the world? What are they doing?
Well, it's not about what they add to the world,
no, but
is
I thought that's what everything's about. It's about things are here for a reason.
The reason they're here is because they didn't die. That's it.
No, but there seem to be a lot of animals that are like...
Do you think there's a lot of cheating? Is that what you're saying? There's
I'm just saying, there just seems to be a lot of doubling up.
Yeah, so you get it down to like 8 animals that represented all of it. So okay, who would get in your team? You can choose 8 animals.
This is what I'm saying. If I was Noah, I would have gone,
I knew I was going to get
hang on a minute. I've just seen something that looks a bit like this. Let it drown and have a clear out. But he didn't. He was messing about saving everything.
He was instructed by God to save everything, to be fair to him.
Yeah, but if he's been given that job, for me, he's sort of manager of that job.
So you believe Noah as well? You believe Noah happened as well?
This is so much funnier watching this after we watched Ricky's stand-up on Noah's Ark.
Oh, yeah.
Remember that, where he's just that was one of the best stand-ups on like Noah's Ark I've ever seen in my life. But yeah, check that out. We reacted to that a while back if you guys want to.
Build a boat big enough to catch 2 of every species. You actually believe that as fact, do you?
Well, it's out there in book form.
Brilliant.
In book.
We haven't answered the question that we started with. How did you meet Suzanne?
Does that work?
Oh, what?
Thanks.
That's it?
I forgot that was the question.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey!
We back.
There was this airline, and was having a lot of problems, and a lot of
pilots too tall?
Yeah, the cabin was so tiny.
Only bananas were allowed in the cockpit for fuel.
Anyway, there was a lot of strikes going on, right?
Sure.
Because I don't know what it was about. It was over money or whatever.
Yes.
And
get someone that doesn't need money.
Yeah, but
what else could you pay something in?
Well,
Rick, I mean,
peanuts.
Okay, peanuts or fruit. Yeah.
So anyway, the boss of the airline, he had like one pilot who he could trust, right? And that was his son.
Right.
But the problem is with a lot of these planes, you need 2 pilots.
Of course you do.
Oh, no.
And he's like, if only I had 2 sons. But he didn't. There's no point harping on about it. Right?
Sure.
He runs an airline?
Who runs an airline, yeah.
But how many pilots are there? Because there must be loads.
No, there's loads, but the problem is a lot of them are going on strike.
Oh.
And each week you can see that we're struggling here.
But how can they just close it down?
No way, you can't do that,
No,
Rick.
of course you can't.
It's costing him a fortune if he closes it down.
Yeah, but what, one plane's not going to make a difference in an airline, is it?
No, it's all the
It's all
planes.
the planes, mate.
So the son, he's flying the planes and that. He's getting worried for his dad because of his business. It's falling apart. He's like, anyway, listen.
Well, one plane won't make any difference.
Don't worry about it. We've found someone who you can work with. He said he's staying over near the sort of quarantine area where all the animals are kept and stuff.
Right, okay.
They won't be looking in there. They won't bother.
No.
So he's like, all right.
But there's no animal that could be a co-pilot, that's why.
I'll see you. He'll meet up with you in the cockpit.
He'll meet up in the cockpit, yeah, sure.
So anyway, he gets in there. He meets them. At first, a little bit of a shock who he's going to be working with. But he's thinking, as long as I can keep my dad's business alive, I can
Not with
keep a
one
job.
plane.
Everyone's happy. Then one day, what happens is a little bit of a problem.
Oh, dear.
Well, what happened is one woman who was on the plane got a bit peckish,
Right.
and said to the air hostess woman, said, "I'm a little bit peckish. Have you got any sort of nibbles and that?" She went, "No, I got a sandwich." She said, "I don't really want a sandwich. You want something, like the usual stuff that planes give out, just like a bag of nuts or something."
Are they not giving those out yet?
So no, they don't give it for some reason. She was like, "Look, we've stopped giving out the nuts. We can get you a sandwich."
strange.
And the woman's like, "I don't want a sandwich. I just want some nuts." Do you know what I mean? A sandwich is quite a big meal and what have you. I just want some nibbles, some nuts.
Well, that's not available.
So
Done. End of story.
So she said, "Well, you're saying there aren't any nuts." She said, "But earlier I saw you put a tray outside the cockpit, right? It had a sandwich on it, 2 Cokes and 2 bags of nuts."
Right.
She said, "So you're saying there aren't any, but the pilot's getting
Well,
them."
aren't they now? That was the last 2 packets. Done.
No. So,
Let's go home.
well, I'll go and have a word with the pilot myself because you only put them out there a few minutes ago. He can't have eaten them yet. I want some.
You
I'm
cannot
going
go.
over.
No.
I know this is it. She was saying you cannot go over. She's going, "Listen,
Yeah.
I'm going to go over because I feel like I'm being lied to."
No, you can't.
So she goes,
No, there's no
and the
way.
pilot can
Well, they
hear all
can't
this
get in anyway.
chat about the nuts and what have you, and he's thinking, what's going on out there?
Yeah.
He opens the door. Right?
Yeah.
She gets a glance in. The monkey sat there with headphones.
Fucking bollocks.
Fucking bollocks. That was cap.
Obviously, the funny part about when Carl is telling the monkey news is that every step, Ricky's like, he's answering the end of the question. He's like, "Oh, they just don't have nuts. That's it. End of story. That's it." Because he knows where it's going. Like, come on, bro. Monkey with the pilot. Beautiful. I do like the diary though.
Yes.
Monkey news is always cool. I'll be honest.
Nah, it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it is. But they just get more outrageous by the story.
Creative.
Yeah, I mean, Ricky is something else. I'm sorry, Carl, something else. But his diary was all right this time.
Yeah, I mean, last one was kind of funny too.
Yeah. Well, that was the first. But it's like I want to hear him read it.
Yo, for real.
Because when I listened to it, I tried to listen to it in like Carl's voice. Yeah. There was a topic on the last episode which was like when you try to think something, you think it in your own accent.
Yeah.
That's true. Like that, is that what you do?
Why?
Like if you're talking
My
to
primary language is English, so I just think of it in English. But I've asked my grandparents, their initial thought is in Spanish, and then they translate it to English.
Give me a second. What? Huh?
No, we're just talking about like, you hear yourself.
Wait, hold up. That what? So like you, so
that makes sense though.
Yeah.
So because I speak 2 languages, but I never think of something like I never go, like fuck, and then in my head it goes "see shut up." You know what I mean? Like it's like
yeah, but it's different because we were raised here. If you were, let's say, raised somewhere else, your initial thoughts are going to be
in your own language.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense.
But then they probably speak their language most of the time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Like your grandparents. Okay, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Because that would be weird. That would be like
That's why my thoughts are in Congolese.
Your thoughts are in stupidese, bro. You've been coming at this man for the whole episode.
Bruh.
I have. Oh.
That's too quick.